Strategic management has now evolved to the point that its primary value is in helping an organization operate successfully in a dynamic, complex environment. To be competitive in dynamic environments, corporations are becoming less bureaucratic and more flexible. In stable environments such as those that existed in years past, a competitive strategy simply involved defining a competitive position and then defending it. As it takes less and less time for one product, service, or technology to replace another, companies are finding that there is no such thing as a permanent competitive advantage. Many agree with Richard Devenney, who says in his book Hypercompetition that any sustainable competitive advantage lies not in doggedly following a centrally managed 5-year plan but in stringing together a series of strategic short-term thrusts, as Apple does by cutting into the sales of its own offerings. With periodic introductions of new products. This means that corporations must develop strategic flexibility, the ability to shift from one dominant strategy to another. Strategic flexibility demands a long-term commitment to the development and nurturing of critical resources and capabilities. It also demands that the company become a learning organization, an organization skilled at creating, acquiring, and transferring knowledge and at modifying its behavior to reflect new knowledge and insights. Organizational learning is a critical component of competitiveness in a dynamic environment. It is particularly important to innovation and new product development. Siemens, a major electronics company, created a global knowledge-sharing network, called ShareNet, in order to quickly spread information technology throughout the firm. Based on its experience with ShareNet, Siemens established PeopleShareNet, a system that serves as a virtual expert marketplace for facilitating the creation of cross-cultural teams composed of members with specific knowledge and competencies. Learning organizations are skilled at 4 main activities: solving problems systematically, experimenting with new approaches, learning from their own experiences and past history as well as from the experiences of others, transferring knowledge quickly and efficiently throughout the organization. Business historian Alfred Chandler proposes that high-technology industries are defined by paths of learning in which organizational strengths derive from learned capabilities. According to Chandler, companies spring from an individual entrepreneur's knowledge, which then evolves into organizational knowledge. This organizational knowledge is composed of 3 basic strengths: technical skills, functional knowledge, such as production and marketing, and managerial expertise. This knowledge leads to new areas in which the company can succeed and creates an entry barrier to new competitors. Chandler believes that once a corporation has built its learning base to the point where it has become a core company in its industry, entrepreneurial startups are rarely able to successfully enter. Thus, organizational knowledge becomes a competitive advantage that is difficult to understand and imitate. Strategic management is essential for learning organizations to avoid stagnation through continuous self-examination and experimentation. People at all levels, not just top management, participate in strategic management, helping to scan the environment for critical information, suggesting changes to strategies and programs to take advantage of environmental shifts, and working with others to continuously improve work methods, procedures, and evaluation techniques. The Toyota production system is famous for empowering employees to improve. If an employee spots a problem on the line, he/she pulls the cord, which immediately starts a speedy diagnosis. The line continues if the problem can be solved within 1 minute. If not, the production line is shut down until the problem is solved. At Toyota, they learn from their mistakes as much as they learn from their successes. Improvements are sent to all factories worldwide. Organizations that are willing to experiment and are able to learn from their experiences are more successful than those that are not. For example, companies like Bombay Dyeing, established in 1879, Shalimar Paints, established in 1902, Alembic Pharmaceuticals, established in 1907, Jessup & Company, established in 1788, Bennett Coleman & Company, established in 1838, DeBoer established in 1884, Kirlosker Brothers, established in 1888, etc. are just some of the names of the companies which have survived in India for more than a century. These companies have been successful because they learned from their experiences and processes. For example, Alembic Pharmaceuticals have survived over the years by improving their products and investing in technology constantly, Shalimar Paints have survived the business by investing into a new range of products and building a strong distribution channel. These companies also learned from sales and manufacturing experiences of companies in other countries. The less successful firms use their foreign operations primarily as sales outlets, not as important sources of technical knowledge. Research also reveals that multidivisional corporations that establish ways to transfer knowledge across divisions are more innovative than other diversified corporations that do not.